only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So NC State's offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood. Temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Powell.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
A designed run for the quarterback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always around, just exhausting.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man quickly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single cover.
He'll take a shot. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Using his feet to buy time. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Pass on the way, it's kicked off.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They move the tight end all over. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Let's see what they've got on second down. On the option. The pitch. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 4 over Army. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Tigers in the hurry-up. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Scanning the field, it's Bush. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And you've seen this formula work in all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
second down after that incompletion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now. Down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Henson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll do it himself. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break at some point in this game. He's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, NC State. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
A strike downfield. He's off to the races. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. On the move at the 30. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
NC State with a 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Chubb. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. If that running back wore a half-size bigger shoe, that's an incomplete pass, but he got a foot down.
He got it down. Nice body control. And you see so many running backs work with wide receivers now in practice because they're such good route runners. And you could tell the awareness was fully there near the sidelines to get that little toe in bounds, baby.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Murray. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. NC State quick to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running toward the tape. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but we weren't going to let it happen there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 11 over Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the air. It's Bush. Right down the middle. Got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the...
Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the returner will be brought down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Bush. Throwing right. He's got an open man. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, Rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll give it to the back. Just plowing down the field. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. On his feet at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Going up top on 1st down. Escapes trouble. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the triggeration is not so tricky. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They'll leave it with him. What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away. NC State now operating from the red zone. A jet sweep pass. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looks as if he's going to run it. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up by 18 over Army. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off play action on first down. Got him downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down.
Well, he's making it look... In that pass, Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
He's going to let it go. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, Logan.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Lost the defense. He's wide open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big gain.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On the option. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field positions. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Looking to throw, it's Bush. It's complete to the right. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes a connection. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
He makes the connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Makes the catch. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with chicken wings.
Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. They took it 71 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
It's a point in the game. Coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Chubb. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Turns it on in midfield. Just destroying his way through the field. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking for a gap. It's Chubb. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Calls his own number. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. football, and now they face third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bush. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Wide open makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They keep attacking through the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, put points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up by 25 over Army. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense set for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on second down. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Bush. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, North Carolina State! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he added the extra point. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. No need to go Joe Pisarcik, Larry Zonka here, Jesse. Just take the snap and kneel.
Don't need to be old school, although I do like the old school kneel play here. That is true. You just got to force your opponent to use their one timeout, and you've got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, and you can see on the sidelines, they're excited. They're celebrating this. They know this is over if the offense just takes care of the football.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here in the game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. just going to keep it after the snap. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many